Super late model event number 400 in the history of the 59th running of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. We are underway in the first of 9 nights.
Side by side through turns 1 and 2. Look at Cole Butcher in that 28 trying to find some racing room already. These guys itchy to get to that front as we come to complete lap number 1.
It was the smallest possible inverter 3. It could be anywhere between a 3 and an 8. It put the third fast qualifier Derek Griffith on the pole. He had the advantage a little bit coming off of 2 there, but that outside lane momentum of the 62. William Sawalich, what a talented young driver he is. We'll get to see him this year at the NASCAR Xfinity Series, moving his way up through the ranks. Sawalich into the lead off of 2.
That Kevin Harvick incorporated number 62 powers off the top side, and look at this hornet's nest a little farther back in the top 10. George Phillips to the inside. That's the number 83 of Corey Hall. That's the battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th in Super and Pro late model competition. And look at this, Adam, a punt there from Cole Butcher. He's going to move Sawalich up out of the groove, battle on for the lead down into 1.
Pretty early for a little punt, but that car was able to rotate so much better than Sawalich's car down in 3 and 4. Sawalich back to the inside. Will he return the favor? Will he even be able to get there? Using a higher lane, leaving the bottom open is Butcher. Sideways a little bit off of 4. New leader, Cole Butcher.
These tires getting warmed up a little bit, and as we got some problems down into turn 1. Sparks and a car in the wall.
Right front going down on Casey Klein. Could have been suspension, could have gotten the wall. The sparks were flying well before he went into the turn 1 wall. He had no control, was able to get it slowed down some to minimize the damage. Beautiful race car for Casey Klein in the 1 Northwest Super Late Model champion from Quincy, Washington. Teenage competitor.
There we check in with Cole Butcher. We haven't seen him in a while because he doesn't have anybody racing anywhere near him. Closing in on the finish here. Caution flag number 2. Ooh. And look at that. Dawson Sutton has been into the wall in the number 26.
It's a big hit for Dawson Sutton. That car, heavy damage. Rear end pushed around. Right side pancaked. Right front broken. That will be a backup car situation for Dawson Sutton. Not what you want to do here on night number 1. Restart down in the box in turn 4. Oh, look out. We've got trouble on the front stretch. Problems for Boschel. Started it. Everyone else stacking up behind. Van meters around. Many others involved as well. We saw Boschel outside of the second row not go right away. And that maybe created the issues behind him. Bobby Kendall's 11 tore up on the left side. Mostly, I think, cosmetic damage to this car. That's a good sign. I think he could be okay. Not cosmetic damage to the 09. Big damage.
Jeremy Davis in that 09. Yeah, he has got a lot of damage.
Danny Knoll behind him in the 17.
And I think there were others involved that may have driven away from that as well. But it all started when the 24 just did not go coming to green and stacked everybody up behind him.
6 laps to go for Cole Butcher in the 28. Back underway.
You heard Matt Hirschman say short run speed is key. Right here, this is when that short run speed is going to come into play. That 62 car has had it all night long. Sawalich to the inside, battle on for the lead off of 4, coming to 5 to go.
They are beating and banging for the lead at the line this time. Sawalich has it through 1 and 2. Will they rub and lean on each other again? They do a little bit in turn 2. Who will lead this lap? 1 lap ago out of 2. Cole Butcher laid rubber, sliding sideways up the track. Butcher slides sideways, loses the lead. Into the lead goes Sawalich. Here comes Carson Brown, the teenager.
Carson Brown pounced on that opportunity. He's now to the inside of Sawalich. Sawalich way up the track there in turns 1 and 2. Can Carson Brown make it stick down in 3 and 4?
Going to be 3 to go. Cole Butcher's not done yet. He's going to try to get back up there and battle for the lead. Meanwhile, it is Sawalich across the line. Final 3 laps in this 59-lap lid lifter for the World Series.
What a thrilling final dash to the checkered flag we have going here at New Smyrna Speedway. William Sawalich by just the fingernails grasping on to that lead. Here comes Carson Brown. 3 to go this time around.
Butcher trying to get back to the second spot.
2 to go.
Loses his momentum in the middle of 1 and 2. Brown hangs on to the runner-up position. They're coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Sawalich. Brown Butcher, Griffith, and Phillips.
All right, Carson Brown going to lock and load. One final attempt down into turns 3 and 4. Sawalich clean and green. Can he bring it home? Coming to the checkered.
Sawalich bobbles a little bit in turn 3. Not going to be enough for Carson Brown to catch him. Race 1 of the week goes to William Sawalich. 6 in the new Smyrna Speedway season-long points a year ago will bring the field to green on the inside lane. On the outside, the 151 of Sean Fitzgerald out of Tangerine, Florida. Another veteran driver at 54 years of age, and we're underway for this feature event. Tomorrow, 1 lap to go for Beckner. Final lap for the veteran driver, who has again picked up some World Series wins. As he slowed the pace a little bit going into 3. Ponder has closed the gap, coming to the checkered. He's not going to get there. Beckner is going to claim victory. Ponder second. Fitzgerald will take third. Our first pro late model event of 6 is ready for green. Alex LeBay, Max Reeves bring him to 4 for the opening start of the 59-lap pro late model race.
Twin green flags from the starter's stand, and look at that. Max Reeves going to get the jump on Alex LeBay. He is going to power off the top of turn 2 and drive off into the lead. And the battle on now as we see a car sideways off of turn 2 and into the inside wall.
There's a car deep in the field as we get a yellow before they come to the line. It's the number 5 of Ryan Phipps. Phipps has turned the rear end of that car around.
Start 59 laps to go in the pro late models. On the hammer out of turn 4. Green flags back in the air. And Alex LeBay with the jump this time.
Clean start down into turn 1. Good rally from the outside lane for Reeves, and he carries the speed off of 2. Hunter Wright trying to do the same. Back for position 5 on the outside of Connor Jones. Jones and Hunter Wright have both been very strong in pro late competition in the past.
Meanwhile, the battle still on for second. Brody Monahan in the 47. Connor Jones in the 44. Jones, oh, he is going to give him the bumper there in turn 4. Moves Brody Monahan up the racetrack, and here comes Connor Jones for second.
He was patient for a while, but now he says, I see the leader's car getting smaller and smaller at the front of the pack. It's time to go. I need to be able to make this move. So far, I haven't. My strength is 3 and 4. Shows it again. New driver in position 2. It's Connor Jones. Sets his sights on Reeves.
Keep an eye out for that bright yellow car off of turn 2 here. There he is. Ooh, a little contact. And he is going to go for a ride down to the inside wall. And boy, you hate to see that, don't you?
They're the leaders. Heard some trouble. Some noise in the background is because of this. Coming out of turn 2, we see one of the cars involved is Anthony Bello. Collected deep in the field. 15 of Hudson Sharp. There were others. We see the 54 with damage. Diogo Moscato there, and that's maybe one of the most heavily damaged cars from this accident.
Shot as we see a car way off the pace to the top of turns 3 and 4. Jade Abedizian coming to a stop. She was having a great run prior to these issues in the number 24.
Jones, I think, being patient on the restart. He knows the outside lane is the place to be. He has the better run coming off of 2, but the best run comes from the 29 of Hunter Wright, last year's champion of the Pro Late Model World Series. On the move, contact behind him. They continue on. Renfrew continues, but a big crash at the back of the field. Munson, Sorzelli, 2 of those involved. We've got the number 1 up there as well. Derek Kelly. Yellow flag is out for a big crash toward the back of the field.
Hunter Wright, he is in shouting distance. Can he make it happen here on the final lap? Connor Jones into turns 1 and 2 for the final time.
Closed just slightly that time as he brings it to turn 3. The advantage is a pretty big one for Connor Jones.
Into turns 3 and 4. Slower traffic to the bottom side of the racetrack. Hunter Wright not going to catch him. Connor Jones looking at the twin checkered flags, and he is going to tie the record for most pro late model victories here at the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. E.J. Wilcoxon bringing the pace car down to the infield. Field on the hammer out of turn number 4. Jimmy Wittridge with the jump. A little squirrely coming to get the green flag as they scramble 2 and 3 wide down into turn 1.
Hey, Wittridge can dirt track it around here. Slide it sideways to the corner like he would. Oh, shoulder contact. Hard into the wall. Allen up into the wall hard. Destroying the right front and a rear end of the car, then comes around. Brad Springer in the 61, top qualifier in the 42. Richie Smith involved as well. Top 2 qualifiers involved. It's a situation where 1 or 2 of the cars went high. There was someone on the outside lane already. Contact was made, and 45 of Allen's second fast qualifier ends up in the wall big, and Richie Smith gets out with a badly damaged car as well. And last one coming back in 18, and he saves it, but here comes Stacy to the inside. He nearly lost it. Is Stacy okay?
No.
Nope. Right front, maybe with some issues. Wheels turning opposite directions. Broke the right front suspension when the 66 of Simons got sideways, and the right front, you can see them pointing together. Got the cross eyes going on in the front of that race car. The 6 of Stacy.
Track, but right now he has problems up at turn 4. He's going to get hit and go around.
Moppin, his car did not cut across the bottom of turn 4, and he went up into the left rear of Whitridge. Fortunately, no major damage to any of these cars, including multi-time champion Jerry Simons. But it is the final lap, half a lap to go. Moore loses some ground.
He power slid off at turn 2 and let Brad Bowman get away. There's a slower car in front, but I don't think it's going to matter. Brad Bowman off at turn 4, looking at the checkered flag. Bowman going to claim the final victory of night number 1.